80 proof Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
What does your winning lineup look like? Don't tell us. Show us on DraftKings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. New customers can create a basketball lineup and play free for millions with their first deposit with promo code ROCKETS. Download the DraftKings app now, draft your lineup, and play free for millions with your first deposit with promo code ROCKETS. That's right, play free for millions with your first deposit only on DraftKings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Whether on land, at sea, in the air, or in space, KBR delivers science, technology, and engineering solutions that are changing the world. For more than a century, governments and companies across the globe have come to us to accomplish their most critical missions and objectives. From space exploration and national defense to green technology and the circular economy, our experts are tackling the most important challenges of our time and delivering innovative solutions without equal. In everything we do, we're striving to create a better, safer, and more sustainable world. We are KBR, the future designed and delivered. Learn more at kbr.com.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Rockets fans, there's a break in the action. Adam Wexler has highlights, scores, stats, and first half analysis on your Rockets Halftime Show.
As requested here on the Rockets Halftime Show, I can confirm the three-pointer from Daishen Nix, brilliantly described as exceptionally nonchalant, was good. Normally with just over 3 seconds remaining in the half, you wouldn't inbound the ball 80 feet from the basket. The Rockets did. Daishen Nix casually took 3 dribbles towards half court, and just before he arrived there, he launched a 3. Didn't have a whole lot of arc on it, didn't need it, went right through the twine and provides the Rockets their largest lead of the game as we sit here at halftime of preseason game number 1 here on the Rockets Halftime Show from inside Toyota Center, with the Rockets up 62-37 as we run through the first half highlights, with the Rockets starting one of their first-round draft picks from this year, 2 of their first-round draft picks from last year, and the first bucket of the preseason goes to Jabari Smith.
2 dribbles to his left hand, covered by Pirtle, underneath down low. There's an easy way to start a Rocket career for Jabari Smith with a 2-hand flush.
Like to see a lot more of that, and I no doubt we will. Nice way to get things started for Jabari Smith. He knows the range the Rockets would like their offensive production to come from. They like a lot of 2s at the rim. They like a lot of 3s as well. You'll hear from him momentarily from the other distance. Jalen Green's first basket of the game, also right at the rim.
Here goes Green down the lane. He will go up and reverse lay in for 2.
You can see him use his body there. He actually bumped the defender away from him so he could finish the layup. He's stronger. Of last season, the bodies of defenders would usually move Green rather than what we described there. He moved the defender. About 10 extra pounds of Jalen Green will be on the court this year. Good pounds, extra muscle, eating right, and trying to become a stronger offensive driver for that very reason. Finishing at the rim, put the Rockets up 4-2. Will be the first of 3 first-half buckets for Jalen Green. And I mentioned layups, dunks, and free throws, the likely offensive areas of the court for the Rockets. Jabari Smith opens his preseason career with a jam, and then he adds the 3 just a few moments later.
2-hand pass out left side, Jabari for a 3-ball. There's a 3-pointer, 5 first-quarter points for Jabari Smith Jr. 2 shots, 2 makes. 11-4 Houston.
The beginnings of the Rockets being way out in front of the Spurs almost from the get-go. The largest lead of the game from the Spurs was but 2 points, and at this point in the game with the Rockets up 11-4, there obviously were no lead changes. Eric Gordon was also among the Rockets starters. He took his first seat on the bench without having scored, and then that all changed.
At the top of the key behind him to Matthews, wide open left side. EG for 3. Another one since this last timeout. 2 triples here. Rockets, their largest lead of 12 at 29-17.
Pair of threes for Eric Gordon on those two back-to-back possessions. He led all scorers with 8 points in the first quarter. Rockets were up 12 there. They'd had a free throw and lead after 130-17. They made 12 of their 23 shots, just a shade over 50%, while the Spurs were miserable, under 30% shooting, 6 of 22, and they made just one of their 9 threes. More of the Rockets' new group of rookies. Tari Eason, who's actually rookie on rookie, going against the Spurs' Jeremy Sohan.
Pass out left-hand side over to Matthews, giving it back to Tari. Tari down the lane, turns right, spins left, underhand toss, and throws it in. Over Dennis Rodman Light. 32-17, Rockets up by 15.
I'm sure the Spurs would be ecstatic if some of the things that Dennis Rodman did to put him in the Hall of Fame are things that Sohan can do. He's wearing the same number as Dennis Rodman did when he was a San Antonio Spur, the number 10, and he currently shares some of these same hair features and fashion tips. He's got multicolored hair this evening, does the star from Baylor, who's now San Antonio Spurs. Kevin Porter Jr. running things for the Rockets, obviously. Himself just 1 of 7 from the floor, but finding teammates in their spots. How about Jabari Smith in the corner?
Crossover, right side of the floor, swing pass out left side. Jabari in their baseline 3, that is up, and that's good. He's got 2 triples in this first half. 35-19 Rockets.
16-point cushion for the Rockets there. Would get up to 20 after K.J. Martin blocked one on one end, ended up with the ball leading the break on the other, and found Smith for a driving 2. And then it got to 40 with K.J. Martin on the front side of what would not end up being a 3-point play.
Christopher on the trail to K.J. Float over the right hand. Counted and 1. So many and 1s tonight. Spurs just not getting back defensively.
Rockets with 13 fast break points, 2 of them right there. He did not make the free throw, so the lead sat at 20 points. The Rockets helped create 10 turnovers for the Spurs. 7 of those were Rocket steals.
Floats it high in the air, and it is taken away by Green. He's going to go for an alley-oop, and Josh Christopher will throw it down. Beautiful assist, beautiful make. 48-31, Rockets up by 17.
Multiple attempts at fast break alley-oops. Not all of them successful. That was the first one to find its home. The fast break slam for Josh Christopher. His only 2 first half points. Jabari Smith in the corner looks like a real winner. First it was KPJ finding him there, the corner opposite the Rockets bench. Then it was another opportunity. This time Jalen Green finds him there.
Looking down low, and for a teammate, Vassell, the ball instead goes to the Rockets. Left side, here is Jabari for a 3-ball! I thought he couldn't shoot after watching Summer League games, so says some haters. Adam Wexler.
He knew that was not the player that he will be. He's been very good tonight. 3 of 4 from deep. Finishes the half 3 of 5 from deep. That's half of the Rockets' 6 makes, and he has 15 points to boot in the first half, leading all scorers. Rockets were up 20 there, and it kept getting larger. Tari Eason, his usual respectable minutes where whatever needs to get done is getting done, and he found K.J. Martin.
Eason, the offensive rebound at the free throw line. Turns on the trail, and the finish to K.J. Martin. Rockets up a game-high 22.
5 boards, 2 of them offensive, including the one there. A steal, the assist to K.J. Martin for the slam. Rockets up 22, and then you know how they closed out the half because we opened the halftime show with the description of it. Here's how it sounded from 47 feet.
Garuba on the inbound to Nix, just shy of midcourt. He'll launch. It is up, and it's good! It is good! A nonchalant, just throw it up and see what happens, will go down as a 47-footer to end the half. And we're
far this season. We'll look around the NBA next here in the preseason on the Rockets Halftime Show. Now this word from your local stations.
Before Mom and Dad could take baby pictures, Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital took an ultrasound. Before Mom's baby bump showed, we found a bump on her baby's spine. Before Mom brought a healthy baby girl into the world, we successfully performed in utero spina bifida repair surgery. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, a national leader in fetal diagnosis and intervention.
What does optimism look like? It looks like the ball floating through the air, backboard lit up in red, the entire arena holding its breath. You're down 2, but you took the 3. Some fans can't bear to look, but missing never crossed your mind. You knew it was going in the moment it left your hands. Taking the shot looks crazy sometimes, but it isn't. It's just different. And sometimes that's just the difference you need. Frost, the official bank of relentless optimism and proud partner of the Houston Rockets.
At Kroger.